when I talk to patients about a healthy diet, I always say to them, eat from the colors of the rainbow. Because the different colors in fruits and vegetables represent different antioxidant nutrition. Those pigments, those antioxidant molecules, are actually different defenders, different protective elements in terms of how they interact with your body. So if you can have one color, that's great. But if you can have 7 colors, 10 colors, that range of coloration means that you have a broader range of protection. And in our world today, it's protection from antioxidants, protection from free radicals that is critical to building the health of your cells at a level that leads to optimal function. So let me repeat that. It is the multiple colors, the multiple ingredients that make up juice that provide potency in terms of protecting your cells. Does that make sense to everybody? That 1 is great, but 23 is even better? That range of coloration means that the penetration within your body is that much stronger? Now again, this presentation is going to be available. The notes are great, but you'll be able to see this hopefully online. Now, the other thing about this combination of colors is that there's a synergy. How many of you have been to the symphony or to hear an orchestra play? Anybody get there early and hear everybody tuning up? Right? So the strings and the horns, they're tuning up. And it's kind of a cacophony, right? Because no one's playing together. There are all these different sounds, and it's not harmonious. It doesn't sound good. But then when the symphony begins and the conductor steps in front of his musicians and they begin to play and everything comes into motion together and there's that synergy and that sound crests over your body and there's a wave of emotion that comes with it and a feeling, that synergy is found in juice. Why? Because antioxidants work together. They're like bricks building a wall. The more bricks you have, the better the protection. So it's the combination of ingredients that are absolutely critical to the potency and power of this product. The more antioxidants you put together, the more protection they provide because they work together synergistically. Now let's talk a little bit about the body. How many cells are in the human body? 50 trillion. 50 trillion. Now we're not talking about the deficit here. We're talking about cells in your body. 50 trillion. It's an unbelievable number. Every day your body has to maintain and take care of 50 trillion cells. Now if you imagine that each of those cells is a castle that has a function, and that castle has to be defended from free radicals, what do you need? You need 50 trillion antioxidants at a minimum to protect those castles. Think about delivering that amount of nutrition on a daily basis to protect your 50 trillion cells. Because guess what? Free radicals cause aging. And free radicals play a role in every disease that affects the human body. So when you think about protecting your 50 trillion cells, what do you need? You need lots of antioxidants. You need lots of protection. How many neurons are in your brain? 100 billion neurons are in your brain. 100 billion. So out of that 50 trillion cells, if you have a family history of Alzheimer's, if you're concerned about your mental function long term, you want to protect those 100 billion neurons, right? How do you do that? You don't put on a hat. That doesn't work. You've got to feed those neurons antioxidants that protect them from the damage that occurs as we age. Our body is absolutely incredible. These numbers are amazing. JUS is a product that helps to rebuild, restore, and regenerate your cells at their own level. Protect them, support them with nutrition, and keep them healthy and functional. The ingredients, I'm not going to go through them, but when we think about eating a healthy diet, I mean, look at this list. Look at the things that are on this list. What I want to point out to you is that whereas I may eat an apple a day and I eat lots of carrots and fresh spinach and things like that, I don't eat globally. I don't get the benefit of antioxidant nutrition from around the world. It's not available. Acai isn't available in the store in Boise. It's not like you can go and get fresh berries. If you're in the Amazon, of course, well, there they are. JUS is a world formula. It takes the best antioxidants from around the globe and makes them available to your body. Do you think the plants in Boise, Idaho are better than the plants in the Amazon? No, they're all good. Why not have the benefits from around the globe? Why not have a formula that represents what human nutrition across the world means? So when you take JUS, you're actually taking a product that is building on levels of nutrients that are found around the globe, and that is a very powerful thing. Why JUS and why now? Let me give you an example. And this is not a trick question. I want an answer. From the top of my head to the tip of my toes, how many miles of blood vessels are in my body? Give me a number. 50 miles. 100 miles. 20 miles. Try 60,000 miles of blood vessels. From the artery to the capillary to the vein and back. 60,000 miles. When does the body and how does the body maintain those 60,000 miles of blood vessels? With nutrition. With nutrition. So what happens when we become deficient in nutrition, especially antioxidants? Things break. And when you have dysfunction, when things don't work well, that's when disease starts. Now let me tell you something. Standing here today, I may be healthy. But there are processes, if I don't have great nutrition, there are processes that over the course of 10, 15, 20 years can become disease. Do you know that each and every day in your body and mine, 1 million cells become carcinogenic? That means they become cancer-causing cells. 1 million cells. That is a normal process. Why don't I have cancer right now? Because my immune system kills those cells. There's a specific part of our immune system called natural killer cells that clear those cells that become carcinogenic. What do immune cells need to function at their optimum? Antioxidants, vitamin C, phytonutrients, flavonoids. There are research studies that we could pile up on the floor that show that individuals who have a high intake of fruits and vegetables, a high intake of antioxidants, suffer less cancer, heart disease, suffer less diabetes, suffer less obesity. Why? Because it's all about the functionality of 50 trillion cells. And you've got to deliver nutrition so that 50 trillion cells can function well. Why JUS? Why now? Our world has never been more toxic. You see it in the papers every day. There's toxins in our water, toxins in the air, and we ingest those toxins and they damage our DNA, causing aging and disease. You want a shield. Your shield's in a little blue bottle. And the ingredients are inside there that protect your cells. Our world has never been more stressful. Now, stress is not a free radical, but guess what? Inside your body, stress causes free radicals to develop. So when you're under stress, guess what? You need more nutrition. Are you starting to get the picture?